Hello everyone. In this Photoleap tutorial, I will show you how I go about using this new text emotion feature to make some simple but yet very effective facades. In case you haven't seen this feature yet, I do want to warn you that although you may not be able to make Hollywood production movies with this feature, it's a basic tool to make some pretty crazy videos. You will open up Photoleap and then you'll go to text emotion feature. Once you're in text emotion, you'll start prompting exactly what your mind can think of and try to keep it simple. As you can see here in my example, I decided to do something as simple as a white scary ghost in a 3D box. And I also added some side prompts to it to kind of give a little bit more detail as to another setting that I wanted to include, in this case being a cage. And I also reinstated that I wanted it to be a three-dimensional type box. When it comes to choosing a style, I do suggest using a filter option that's called Film Noir. It keeps it to two colors, and as you get more used to using the software itself, you can then basically get a little bit more crazy with it. Don't forget to hit the 4K button because it upscales the image and helps with the final video. Once you have found a setting that works, I'm going to give you some tips that'll kind of ensure that you have a good production. You want to make sure you keep it basic. You also want to make sure you keep it as a static setting, and then also ensure that you're very direct. As you can see here, Photoleap can get a little bit crazy, and basically it's all case by case. You may want a lot of movement, but in a case of a facade that you will use on a window or a door entrance or something similar to that, you want to make sure your setting is always static. And so in this case, I ended up adding a prompt of no camera motion in order to settle it down a little bit more. The really neat thing about Photoleap compared to other AI video software is that you can keep hitting generate motion over and over and you won't lose any of the 3-second samples that you're getting. You can also go back and change the prompt a little bit more to change the action, and then just keep going until you get as many videos as you would like. And then basically later on you can do some post-production to stitch them together and make a longer video. For the sake of this tutorial, and then also for a very basic simple production that I ended up making, I used prompts such as vanishing because I wanted to be able to create an entrance and then also an exit to the video. And then also used another prompt such as very scary ghost to create different actions that I could then later go on and choose. And as we're going to move on to the next topic, is basically how to put it all together. When it comes to video editing software, use whatever you feel comfortable with. My software of choice is LumaFusion. The biggest thing you want to target is grabbing all the different samples that you ended up liking. And in some cases, you'll have to reverse some of those to be able to start at the place where the new video will begin. And that way you get a perfect stitch. You will never believe that these two examples only took me about 30 minutes to make from start to finish using different prompts. And then also I wanted to challenge myself a little bit by using colors and then other filters that Photoleap offers. As you can see here in this Easter production, it ended up coming out pretty cool. As I start learning a little bit more about these Photoleap features that are available, I'll be able to make some more intricate tutorials and maybe some bigger video projects. And in case you guys haven't noticed, Photoleap has officially released a teaser for the new feature that they're going to add, which is called Bringing Memories to Life. My best guess is basically being able to input an existing image and being able to create a video from it. As an example, it could be one of our mapping files can be input into the software itself and then basically create something really cool with it. I hope this video empowers you to make some really cool projection mapping projects, and I can't wait to see you on my next video. Thank you guys for watching.